Hello and good afternoon. I thought of just putting a video just to show what we did yesterday. So look, we're nearly towards the end of term. Woo! As you know, we've been working on the various institutions that are involved or have some influence in and around employment law. Last week we looked at the role in particular of right-wing think tanks, quite topical given the general election, and how they try to influence employment rights. Has to be said, not always for the interests of the workers, but there we go. This week we were doing the role of the European Union. And next week as well. But next week we're going to look at the Court of Justice. This week is basically a sort of whistle-stop tour of the European Union. So let me just open where I've got the information, and I'll download the activity and I'll take you through it. A lot of the resources are all already available, so you shouldn't need to worry too much. It's just taking a few seconds. The criteria for this, potentially it will meet two criteria, 2.2 and 4.3. So actually you can get a lot out of this. Basically the activity is in three parts, and it's, what laws come out of Europe, what role do the various EU institutions play, and then is what role does the European Trade Union Confederation, known as the social partner, what do they do in relation to EU based law. For the task one, there's a resource on the Moodle, Elliott and Quinn, page 100 to 105, and what we did last night was describe what is a treaty, what is a regulation, what is a directive, and then provide some examples. What I then decided to do was expand some of that discussion, and then again using the same resource is have a look at how does EU law apply, and what I mean by that is, in effect, who does it apply to and how, what's the sort of mechanism, and what you'll find is that direct effect is one of the ways that it applies to 27, 28 member states. It's quite a unique set of legislation that doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. So once you've done that, that will definitely help you meet 2.2, even 4.3. If you talk about, well, then how does it apply to the UK, for example? Task 2, there's a set of cards on the Moodle that you can download, and there's also a video, which again is on the Moodle. And basically it's getting you using these cards to just a brief description on what each of the institutions do after you've seen the video. And then what I was going to do is maybe get you to expand some of that and then say what influence does Britain have within any of these institutions, and you'll see some of that information in the cards, which is in the activity space. I also sort of mentioned about what impact can Brexit have, on the role that the UK plays. Interestingly, I've placed on the Twitter announcements just this morning that the UK will not have an EU commissioner for the very first time. And I think that's potentially quite significant. And then if you had time to read the report that I asked everyone to read before last night, it's just basically getting a bit of a sense of, well, what has been the attitude of successive British governments towards new EU-based employment laws. If you want the quick answer, it's not been a positive one. And that goes from both the Tories more recently and also to an extent previously from Labour. That's an interesting aspect. So not only have we got the Brexit as an issue, but we've also had a legacy in terms of, how far has the UK or British government accepted more rights for workers? I can tell you now the answer is a no. It has not. But you'll see some of the examples. I've also added, if you want to read it further, there's even an additional set of notes I've uploaded on the tutor announcements. I mean, it's a big topic, but I wouldn't want anyone to feel that I'm sort of adding a lot, but hopefully just enough by doing some of this to just get you up to speed with the role of the EU, so to speak. And then task 3, using the websites provided, is just having a look at what role does the European Trade Union Confederation play in, supporting, lobbying, the European Union. I'll close that so you can see some of the resources are there. I also added a forum, if any of you have got time. I'll need to go back and provide the link. Sorry about that. Let me just go back to it. I'll sort that out after I've emailed this video. Oops. But basically the class forum is watch a video and then answer some of the questions. I also added the booklet from the Institute of Employment Rights on Brexit and workers' rights. If you want to take part in the forum, I think it'd be great. And it's an interesting video by Michael Duggan, Professor Michael Duggan. He's one of the people that has been called in as an expert witness on the whole issue of Brexit. So it's only watching from minute 12.5 to 16. Okay, other than that, please keep uploading your work. It'd be good. We've only got a couple of more weeks. If you've got any issues with your work, do email me. I prefer to know, but I'll also email you with the suggested activities to do. Thanks so much, and I'll see you hopefully next week. Bye.